everybody, welcome welcome back to my channel. My name is Leah Catherine, this is Leah Sees Movies, and we are back with the next episode of Young Justice. So it feels like we're probably finishing up our little Markovia mini arc. It didn't go like that well. They did destroy most of Bedlam, but they also boom tubed most of the equipment and the kidnapped children out of it. But they have a prince now, and he's got lava powers. That's cool. And more importantly, they have this random unnamed girl who can fly and make force fields and come back from the dead, potentially heal other people. She's awesome. I'm a big fan, and I hope that she talks and like has a name. Just because I'm not a big fan of mute characters. Well, mute in the sense of we met this random girl and she doesn't talk. If it's just like a character who's mute but still communicates in other ways, that's cool. Kimiko, for example, on like the later seasons of The Boys, is great. She doesn't speak, but she communicates very effectively. Big fan of that. Also, just having a name is important, so I'm hoping we get to the stage where she gets to be fleshed out a little bit more and not just have a variety of cool multicolored powers. Yeah, like I've been saying this season, I can't really predict what this episode is going to be because it's really kind of twisted and turned at every level. At this point, I have to assume 18 people are going to die this episode because that's what's happening every episode, which is honestly very funny. So I'm not going to drag this out too long. Let's get started. I fully did not recognize him in the first episode. He's gone through so many different hairstyles, which is rare for an animated show. I'm a fan of that.
Thing today?
I can't cancel. Besides, I think it might be helpful for, Halo.
Speaking of our house guest.
I guess she still hasn't talked, but they just nicknamed her.
Mission.
I know.
So, where is he? Where's Dick?
Also, Halo is a very cute name. I like it. I want her to talk, but it's cute. I don't know why the ads are very funny. I feel like I'm supposed to pay attention to them. Because this is the second time we've seen an ad for the good goggles.
Back in the day.
Just angry. Wolf is like, please, I'm napping.
Do we know how long he's staying?
Not exactly.
Right. So, where's Dick?
Okay, recurring theme this episode.
I put Dr. Jace up at the Luther Grand, and now I'm taking her to brunch because I actually don't know what else to do with her.
I don't know if you just take someone to brunch when you're confused. Girl, they have Wi-Fi. Entertain yourself. Like, you're a fugitive from your country. I feel like I would just be like, oh, I'm at a nice hotel, and that'd be fine for me. Also, why didn't they just keep the prince and the doctor together? I mean, granted, he might not, trust her as much anymore, but she can explain to him why she did what she did, that in a really circuitous way. It was giving him exactly what he wanted. Was trying to stop, meta trafficking.
We'll be ready. That's right, ma'am. At
Where are all these redheads coming from?
We're always on point.
I hate that. Also, is that Arsenal looking like a skinhead?
We lost a shipment of trafficked meta-teens down a boom tube. They're probably being deployed in deep space by now.
Oh, of course.
Look, the League's been informed, but I need to move on.
Yeah, you've moved on so much. You completely neglected to mention Brion Markov, Dr. Jace, and that Halo girl.
This is a higher priority. I have solid intel on a meta-human trafficking ring.
This is interesting. He was so afraid of becoming the person who, puts aside feelings for the mission. And it seems like that's kind of what he ended up being.
I know you're doing that on purpose.
I guess
He's like, I have shipments.
Great. So here's the plan. We're gonna...
But only if you guys help me out with something first.
No, seriously.
I'm game. Whatever, bro.
Who are these people?
And who the hell are they?
Did they find a third red? I'm confused. I thought there were only two. The original and the clone. Where'd the third redhead come from?
Don't you have any actual employees?
Of course. But most of my guys were celebrating a company softball victory last night. Ate some bad chicken whizzies.
Second Chicken Whizzies reference.
So, you help me today, I help you tonight.
Fine, let's just go.
Are they making more War Hypers? What is happening? Be explained it. Pokemon Go.
Whoa!
Oh, it's the goggles again.
What about them? Look, we saved their lives. We never promised to adopt them.
Nightwing's a little harsh now, eh?
I remember more words now.
How
Oh,
about your name?
yay.
Halo?
Anything about your life?
Sorry.
So, if you can't remember anything,
I still think she was involved
Why
with
the
something
job?
serious.
It feels
Really?
right.
That's what you question? Doesn't remember her name, her backstory, her anything, has a vague recollection of English, and you're like, yeah, but why are you still wearing that?
no, I had a previous appointment I need to keep, but it might help you out too.
I feel like that was more a moment for the audience to be like, hey, you know, this feels right to her and it's cool and having a hijab is cool and normal, but it feels like you just didn't need to address it at all. Just have a character who wears a hijab.
Thought maybe you could give her a mystic once-over or something?
I sense an old soul in this very young body. But who is fate to judge such things?
Wait, what?
Hi.
Zatanna.
She's here and she's saying words.
Terms of our agreement.
Yes. 1 hour. Just like last year and the year before that.
Oh, I like how there's like 3 voices layered over. Oh,
Daddy.
feels like he's riding his vessel hard. Look how much he's aged in 7 years. More good goggles. I thought I was so smart, like, ooh, I'm noticing all the references, but they're really just shoving him in front of your awareness here, so it feels less like an accomplishment.
Don't know if you've heard, but I have a girl sleeping over.
Over at your place. I know.
Over my couch, Dick. 2 feet over my couch.
So you're saying she's a conversation piece?
I'm saying someone needs to have a serious conversation about what to do with her long term.
Yeah, what's the Justice League up to? I realize Nightwing's doing his own little thing, but he said the League's been informed. He can't be like, we have this girl with
We're
superpowers
taking
and no
this stuff
memories.
in broad daylight.
No. Not. I hate those cornrows.
I had to activate your metagene. You needed your family's hereditary geoforce to fight Baron Bedlam.
I would just say you asked me to do it instead of I had to do it to you, because that sounds a bit more like he's the victim.
Not exactly gourmet.
That is not brunch, my dude. That's a hot dog.
Bedlam coerced you.
I thought I could help by being there to watch out for the children. I was a fool.
We all make mistakes we can't
You
take back.
guys can bond over dead kids.
I'm more concerned about Brion and Halo's tomorrows. I feel responsible for them, as if they were my own children.
And why did you separate all of them? Even if Brion doesn't want to talk to her.
Hey, I'm a dad with my own 2 bundles of responsibility.
Then you do understand.
His face! He's like, I'm married.
You're good to go. These aren't the right drivers. Clipboard doesn't lie.
They're the world's most suspicious drivers.
I know that guy. He's one of
And
Brick's
it feels like a team of superheroes should have been a little faster than that. I just feel like if I saw that guy, I'd immediately be like, you know what, let's have a little talk. The clipboard doesn't lie. You needed the clipboard?
I'll just blow out the tires. Problem solved. What? No!
Yeah, you're gonna
How
flip
about a
the
solution
truck.
that doesn't dump the merchandise into the ocean? Someone's sure gotten picky in his old age. Yeah.
Who's the third Roy?
Uh-oh.
Did he have the gold tooth before, or is that just a new little update?
At least shoot at that guy.
Yes.
You can shoot at that guy.
Can I at least shoot at that guy? I mean, at least your priorities are in order. I feel like I need to ask.
do anything besides sleep?
Wolf is a busy boy.
And no, lately that's pretty much it.
Oh no. If this is like a wolf is an elder thing, I will be very upset. Because they pointedly said recently he just mostly sleeps.
But what about the prince? What about him?
His brother just kicked him out of the country.
Okay.
He's kind of a rage monster.
So right up your alley.
Congratulations, it's a boy. What's it like being a father?
Someone's paying me to fix it. And I can use the money.
But how can you stand it? You have the world's most amazing motorcycle. Why bother with this?
Besides, Sphere doesn't need my help. This bike does.
It needs you. It's a machine. I don't understand.
So is Hamster Ball.
Here,
And she's awesome.
clean that clutch spring. Then maybe you will.
I realize there's a gentle dignity in manual labor, but I don't know if the spoiled prince is gonna be like, wow, I cleaned a spring and everything makes sense now. Having a job is fulfilling.
Okay, I'm out.
I like that apparently Arsenal...
How much do they pay these guys?
Arsenal hasn't changed. When shit gets hairy, he just leaves. Much like his hair.
Do you remember anything at all from before we met in the cemetery?
Not since 15 minutes ago when you asked me. I guess maybe. What if when she died she was like possessed? See, she was like a revolutionary of some kind.
Darkness.
I'm wondering if she was like an anti-meta like person.
Cannot be making enough scratch for this gig.
I own the company.
Too bad for you.
Oh, man, my insurance premiums.
Actually, I kind of love him now. Someone with just like normal issues in the superhero world.
Hey, this is your gig. At least we don't have to worry about Brick.
Famous last words. First of all, his clothes would be gone. And most of his frontal genitalia.
No, please, Daddy.
I've been saying I want Zatanna back all season and last season, and they're like, we're gonna bring her back just to be really sad.
Will never give us another opportunity. I love you, Zatanna.
Can't you just not put it back on?
It'll be okay. Will it?
See, Artemis and Zatanna were my girls from season 1, and then we just got no time with them. Still my girls.
Kinda like old times, huh, Wall?
It's Will, not Wall. Is it just the red hair?
What are you talking about?
Your need for a Wally West substitute.
What? That's ridiculous. I needed someone who knows the city.
You needed someone who knows you.
I mean...
Do you low red heroes?
Hey, we're in the middle of a thing here.
We're in the middle of a domestic.
You needed someone to give you a reality check.
I don't know, man. He just got dragged along a road by a semi. I don't know what that flashlight's gonna do.
Wally's not here, so I'll say it.
What? What are you gonna say?
You already know. You're dropping the ball with these Markovian kids.
Taking care of strays wasn't the mission.
It's always the mission. Also, Roy packed the arm. Yo, you don't have like a nightstick back there?
Mission is what the mission becomes. You know that. Those kids need you. Your team needs you.
It was just one op. I don't do teams anymore.
You do
come
now.
on.
Hey, cut it out. Put me down.
I don't like being picked up and listening to your issues. Well, they didn't kill him. So that's an improvement for this season.
I surrender. I surrender.
Me. Be a terrible henchman.
Seriously. Who are you guys?
Bowhunter Security. Always on point.
That's hilarious, actually. Also, you can't just torture a prisoner because you don't like him. He was cooperating.
You were right.
Of course I am. I'm older and wiser.
You're a clone. You're the youngest guy here.
Hey, I'm older than Jim, but I'm prettier.
Where did Jim come from? Who is Jim? Did I just miss Jim?
You know what? Private security is more exciting than I thought. Sounds like the beginnings of a Harper family business. Don't push it.
Yeah, Roy is like, don't involve me in any of this.
More thing on our to-do list.
Also, Roy would be like, what, 17 now? He should, if the other hymns are that big, he should also grow.
Are we free?
I think we looked better in our bow hunter security uniforms.
No, you do not.
Okay, so Guardian. Okay. I fully was just like, I had no idea who that man was.
Sorry to this man.
It's too many redheads. I'm sorry. This is just, I did not remember that Jim existed. You can't have a bunch of retired redhead clones with basically the same dude. Which one's the original? Or is Jim his? Because he was like Speedy's uncle, right? Or was he just also a clone? I honestly don't remember. I have only so much space in my brain for clone lore, which is my official announcement. I'm never watching the Clone Wars, but yeah, no, that was a fun episode. Like, it wasn't as plot heavy. It was just like a really nice character moment. Like, you know, both with Return of Zatanna, love that. Hate that she only returned to be miserable, but I like that she came back. I like that we got, you know, a little bit of an update on what's happening with her dad and Dr. Fate. Her and Artemis are still besties. It is kind of weird that she brought Halo to witness her friend having her annual emotional breakdown about her kidnapped father, but I guess you couldn't leave her at home. So Halo, I still feel like I was super right, and she was involved in some kind of like revolution or some kind of, I don't know, some kind of group. I just can't tell what the group was against. Was it against the monarchy? Was it against metas? I mean, she is a meta, but obviously it's not like you know that until someone kidnaps and activates you. So, but we saw that she was being terrorized by the creepy dude with the torn skin. I don't remember his name either. So, that if that's who she was running away from, it would stand to reason that she was tangled up in some anti-meta activity, but it could have been actually anti-meta trafficking activity, because obviously all of the meta trafficking places are guarded by the Light and the Light's associates. So she could have been trying to help free kidnapped kids and then just became one of them herself. That's a solid theory. This is the fastest we started talking, like, do you remember anything? And she saw those little running away memories and she was like, nope. So some part of her brain is like, gotta keep a secret, gotta protect people. So I'm hoping, like, I'm happy that we got that first step that I was looking for. Now I hope we unravel like a little faster. Because I'm an impatient person and I just want the whole next episode to explain her. And besides all the clones, we just got pretty much the important moment of Nightwing obviously having walked away 2 years ago. He's been like, I don't work in teams anymore, it's just me, it was just one up. He's kind of becoming the person he said he never wanted to be. Mission above all, no attachments, no any of that. And, you know, he needed someone to remind him of who he is and what the mission is, and, you know, the goal is always to protect people. I am curious if we're gonna get more League involvement, because he said the League was aware of what he'd done, but we don't see Calder, we don't see anyone involved. It seems like if meta trafficking is like their number one priority, one thing that they're working on, can we get a phone call, a Zoom call, something of like, hey, good update? Because like the whole thing last season is they left the runaway kids and were like, oh, let's just leave them at Star Labs, left them completely unaccounted for. They ended up saving the day to some degree, but it was coincidental and they were manipulated by Lex Luthor. So the idea that we are once again taking these new metas with very little control of their powers, confused, you know, one girl with no memory, one guy being kicked and banished out of his own home, and just being like, not my problem. It's just like, are we gonna just replicate the mistakes we've already made? I don't understand. And if Nightwing isn't gonna handle it, why isn't the League handling it? Because clearly, like, their whole new meta plan can't just be they stay on someone's couch. It feels like new metas would be a fairly recurring issue in a world where people are being activated. Like, they have to have some kind of plan. Like, here's training, here's how to at least get your powers together. Is there a life for you to return to? Can you return to it once you gain control? If not, what do we do with you? That should have been established a long time ago if the problem is this severe. But I digress. Yeah, that was a fun little episode. You know, it didn't really advance the kind of plot, but we did get some emotional growth for our characters. We got some check-ins on our characters who haven't gotten a lot of screen time. Zatanna. Clearly, we've seen that Superboy is the new, reformed. He's grown. He's mature. He doesn't have the anger issues. And then it's like they have to throw in a new character with anger issues. Like, first it was Superboy, then he kind of matured a little, still had outbursts, but was mostly working through that. Then they introduced Arsenal, and then we have another time jump, and now Arsenal's still kind of a bitch, but he's a bit more put together. So now I have Brion, and I assume next episode we're just gonna have like another character with no control of their powers, who's also very angry all the time. Which I get, it's a appealing character, but at this point it really just feels like we're running them through a generator. So I hope that he gets a little bit more character growth, because otherwise it's starting to feel a little repetitive. And as per usual, I have no predictions for next episode because I don't really know where this season is going. But thank you guys so much for watching with me. If you enjoyed this, please like, subscribe, comment, etc. All of those good things that make me very, very happy. If you don't want to do any of that, but you've watched all the way to the end of this video, thank you. I still really appreciate you. You can follow me on the Bird app at Leah Sees Movies, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace!